Okay, everybody, this is Mike Beaumont for Be Better Tuesday. Hope y'all had a great Memorial Day weekend. Um, hope y'all didn't have too many lost heroes to celebrate. I know that's kind of hard for some people. Um, anyway, today's Tuesday, May 31st. And this is Be Better Tuesday. So come on in and join up. I got some pretty decent stuff to share today. Let me get to my PowerPoint here. Where did I put it? Oh, this ain't gonna be fun. Oh, there it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if anybody's in the chat box here. Wish I could figure out how to get this chat box to record. It'd be a little easier to put notes in there and stuff and drop in links for the recording. But anyway, I did a PowerPoint presentation today that is going to have some good information, especially for those of you that maybe just starting out in the keto lifestyle or are thinking about starting a low carb, high fat diet or a lifestyle. That's what I like to call it. It's not really a diet because diets, or at least anyone that I've ever seen, they're not sustainable. This is more of a lifestyle where you learn how to eat properly, and it will make a big difference in how your body functions, how you feel. It'll make a difference in your energy levels. Trust me, mine's been off the charts since I started doing this. I sleep better at night. I don't get that groggy feeling all morning that I used to get. I've lost 23 pounds now, and I've lost 22 and a half, almost 23 total inches from my body, working out 5 days a week. You know, I'm not doing anything major. I'm just going over to the gym, lifting, doing kettlebell exercises to get my cardio up, because standard cardio, you know, there's pros and cons about it, but to my way of thinking, and from everything I've read, cardio doesn't do much for you unless you're going to be into running marathons or something goofy like that. And no offense to people that do. I'm not trying to offend anybody here, but you know, I mean, even when I was on the track team back in high school, I hated running distance. I liked to sprint, but the distance running, you could have that stuff, man. That was just not for me. It was bad enough when I went in the military and had to run all the time, you know. But once I got out of there, it just was something that never stuck with me. I do some cardio, but it's always after the fact. After I get done lifting, it helps my body kind of level out a little bit. Keeps my oxygen flowing. But you know, I see some of these people over at the gym, and they're what I call cardio kings and queens. You know, I mean, they can sit on they can sit on a CrossFit or a cross training machine or an elliptical for an hour and hardly break a sweat, and you look at them and I see them come over there every day. It's the same people on them stupid machines, and they never ever seem to change. I mean, I don't think they're losing anything. Yeah, you're working your heart, but uh, you know, to what end? You know, are you working out to train for a marathon? I mean, if you're going to do that, just get out and run. The only way to really lose fat is to lift heavy and eat right. And the only reason you work out in the gym is to build muscle because muscle burns fat. It's that simple. But your real fat loss begins and ends in the kitchen. It's what you put inside your body. If you can't stop eating carbs, you might as well not even go to the gym. Doesn't do you any good because you'll never, ever exercise enough to make a dent in the carbs that you're putting in your body on a daily basis if you're a carb eater. That's just a fact. You can argue all you want. You can Google it. It'll show you. So anyway, let's get started here. I'm going to do a little bit of screen share so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. And we're going to start the screen share. Okay, so this is one of my go-to sites for anything keto, okay? If you've never been to real.me, you need to go there because it has invaluable information in there on the keto lifestyle. Everything from what to eat, what not to eat, to upcoming and important medical updates, what different places are doing. I'll get into this in a little bit, and I'm not going to keep this really long tonight. I just wanted to include some of this information, especially for somebody that is just getting started in the keto lifestyle, okay? And this is the one page, this is the link to the articles where I'm getting all this information today. It's the keto diet in a nutshell. It's basically for the new person that's never done keto before and wants to know a little bit more about it. And even for those that have been doing it for a while might not know some of this stuff. Like I said, there's so much information on this website, real.me, that it's crazy. It would take you days and days to even think about going through it. So, like I said, I use this. I go back and forth on this website pretty much daily. And I do share a lot of stuff to Pinterest that I find off of here because it's got really good recipes and stuff in there. If you are on this keto lifestyle or you've been thinking about it and you don't know what to eat, this is the best place to start right here and in Pinterest also, because you can type in anything in Pinterest. You can type in keto pancakes, for example, and it'll come up with hundreds of examples of recipes for pancakes, all different kinds, tortillas, breads. It doesn't matter. If you want to explore a better lifestyle and a better way of eating, this is the place to start. Okay. Let's go to the next slide down here, and this is just a sample page of some of the more common vegetables that you can eat on a low carb diet or lifestyle. This is one of my favorites, cauliflower. I love cabbage. Kale I'm not really crazy about, but I do like the young kale leaves. I've got a mix that I buy that is like called it Power Greens or something like that. I can't remember. I get it at the local markets around here. There's several markets that carry it, and it has kale and Swiss chard and spinach and arugula. There's several different things in there, and it's really good when you saute it just a little bit in some bacon grease, and then add your scrambled eggs to it. Oh yeah, that's the best way to have breakfast right there, along with some bacon, of course. But like I said, it gives just some of the basics, and the list is bigger than this. So like I said, go to rule.me and you can look it up. If you notice back on this site, like I said, I've got the link right here that you can go to so that you can find all this information. Hope that helps out a little bit. So let's go to this next one here. It's called Know Your Macros, and this is just a short screenshot of how you can figure this stuff out. And like I said, there's more to it. I'll have the links in one of these other pages down here. So it's actually on the same page right here, so that you can go in there, and it has the full, there's like it's a 3-page scenario. You fill out all the information, and it breaks it down and tells you what your macros should be for losing weight, for maintaining weight, or even if you want to gain weight. If you're like too slender and you want to build muscle, this gives you an alternative for that. So go in there, check it out at rule.me, and I know you'll be pleasantly surprised at how much information is really in there. Now this next guy, I don't know if you've ever heard of Thomas Seyfried, but he's a doctor that's been doing a lot of studies on metabolic diseases, and he's did this video on how a ketogenic diet can affect cancer even. And the major one that he's talking about in this video is brain cancer, but he said it's also inclusive to other types of cancers also. I've got the link to his video right here so that you can go in there and listen to it for yourself. I'm not going to play his video, although I do have it. Let's see, where did I download that at? I can play a few minutes of it for you. Let's see here. Let's just play a little bit of this right here. I'll move it over here so you can see it. Get it on the screen share. Hope the sound works.
Okay, great.
It's a little bit dry, but what you expect from a physician.
This morning is give you an overview of some aspects of cancer in general, and then more specifically brain cancer, and show how we are able to manipulate energy metabolism in the body and in the brain to target cancers. As I said, we can work on any kind of a tumor, but I'll specifically be speaking about brain tumors today. First, I put here a provocative question. For those of you who are in the cancer field, you will know that the National Cancer Institute on their website has put 24 provocative questions. These questions are thought to direct cancer research throughout this century, and stimulate various kinds of approaches and new insights into the disease. However, you will not see this provocative question on the 24 question list, mainly because most people in the cancer field have already determined that cancer is a genetic disease. The question is that true or not? Now, what I have done is reviewed over 50 years of research from a variety of perspectives on the nature of the role of the nucleus and the mitochondria in the progression of and origin of this disease. Now, these studies, I put this very simple diagram to distill down.
Okay, so you get the point here, and if you've known and been going through any kind of ketogenic research or anything that would support your use of this type of lifestyle and this way of eating, you'd know that keto or ketones have a direct effect on the mitochondria in the body. And basically, in short, what this guy's saying is that we can change the mapping of the mitochondria to make it perform better and police up our bodies. Okay, you can go in and watch this video. And like I said, this, I don't want to get too deep into a lot of this stuff, but this is just one of the links that you can go to do a little bit more research on your own. If you're into that kind of thing, I don't know if you are or not. I just like to know from my own personal knowledge and use what I'm doing with my body and what the food that I'm eating is doing. It's not all about looking better on the outside. It's also creating a better environment on the inside for yourself. So check it out. Like I said, he's a typical doctor. It's pretty dry information, but it's really good to listen to. So anyway, let's move on to the next little slide that I've got here. It's a deep dive into ketosis, and it's how the Navy SEALs and extreme athletes and stuff are using ketones to fuel their bodies, improve their physical enhancement and their mental performance. Okay, it's not a secret weapon. That's crazy because ketones have been out there for years. Anyway, this is just a really good article on how it affects your mental and your physical performances. I've got a link to this particular article in another slide that we'll get to here in just a minute. Like I said, I don't want to keep this too long tonight. So anyways, this is just a screenshot of the video. It's actually not a video, it's a blog, or it's a podcast that you can listen to. And it goes over quite a bit of intriguing and interesting information on the research they've been doing with ketones. So give it a look and give it a listen. Here's the links to the article for the deep dive, and this is the podcast. You can go in there and I know on my iPhone I've got the ability to download podcasts and listen to them whenever I want to, and this is one that I would encourage you to follow, because this Ben Greenfield's got some great information on there on ketones and what the low carb, high fat diet will do for you. So I guess I don't know if anybody else is on this hangout tonight. I didn't see anybody else come in, but you know, I love doing these things. I love sharing information with everybody. So share this, okay? Share this with your team members. It's just some good information for beginners and the novice. You know, it's even people that you think might want to benefit from this type of lifestyle. Share it with them. Give them a little bit of insight as to what you're doing to improve, and it'll make a big difference. So I'm going to stop my screen share right now, and you guys will have these slides in the replay so that you can go in there and copy those links and go visit the different websites that I mentioned on there. Once again, this has been Mike Beaumont for Be Better Tuesday. Hope y'all have a great evening and a great upcoming week. Go out there and do something fun. Go work out, go run in the park with your dogs, your kids, go swimming, go for a hike, do something to get out and get active. Okay, love you guys. Talk to you later and have a great week.